Alright, boys and girls, hello. I hope we're doing well. Zeta Fly here, Z Money 32010. Back at it again, playing a little bit of, the Madden League tonight. Pigzkin Empire Week 12. Getting into it pretty quick, playing the Broncos. You know what I'm doing, my usual pregame stuff, getting ready for the game. Got about 5 minutes till kickoff. I know my opponent's waiting in the wings. Getting ready to get going. That's a terrible ball. That was luckily not to be picked. Here we are. Pull out quick. Get the whoopa. Hopefully this goes really well. As always, this stream is brought to you by the Trendy Gamer at thetrendygamer.net. Also on Instagram at thetrendygamer. You can go to them to get all your equipment, accessories, and apparel needs for anything from PC, PS4, and Xbox. A bunch of cool stuff on that. Go check it out, and if you use my promo code ZetaFly12, that's ZETAPHLI12, you'll get 12% off on the website. Really cool stuff there. I'd check it out if you haven't already. Also, if you want to help out the cause, help out the game, you want to help out me a little bit, give me a little cash so I can feed my dog and buy my pizza and stuff like that, so I don't have to get ramen every night to work. You can also give me a little bit of a, some subscriber credit right there, and I also got the donation button going now, so you guys can donate on my Twitch page as well. Bunch of cool stuff there, so give all that a check if you haven't already. Oh yeah, Kevin White. Kevin White's the fastest man alive. Just kidding, he's not super fast. Still funny to me that he was the fastest man in the game at one point. One of the fastest, man. I'm getting asked if I'm mad that there's no Loot Lake, like I was ever going to Loot Lake in the first place. I might now because it's not Loot Lake, but it still goes down to risky. Still goes down at the reels. Let's go. Oh, missed him. Oh, thank goodness I caught that one. I should have been picked. I'm moving too quick again. I missed him. One more big play and I'll run to the game. Actually, no. Slide it. Wow, brought the corner from this side too. Oh, come on, Tyrone. That's a block you gotta make. Tackle. He's in lobby. Good for you. It's a good run play. I need one more big pass play though. One more good game that I'm gonna be proud of. Can't throw under pressure. He's not a big pressure guy, pressure thrower. Oh, missed him there. Hit him there though. I'm good. I'll bring it right back into it. Let's go. do this damn thing. Monday night primetime game. Let's go. I don't see him taking it to the ground too much, Finn. He might just be down a lot. Vander Esch, he's good. I like him a lot. A lot of tackles with him, though.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado.
Usually
for this
when a guy has that many tackles that far above,
Sports.
That's their user.
Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Denver Broncos. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line. So it'll come out to the 25. Bortles now on first down. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
372. 380.
On first down, Bortles. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He got 29 yards that time. So the same tandem connecting on back-to-back throws to start the game.
And maybe throwing the scouting report off just a little bit. That's not exactly what they think is going to be their #1 receiver, but he's producing already early in this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Bortles. And he'll go right back to Thomas, complete again. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. They'll run it here. This is James White. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now he bowls him over. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. He wanted that end zone. Powerful running, but he couldn't quite get there.
And that's going to really make him upset. And right now, there's no way he's letting a coach take him out of the game. He's going to want the ball again, so he actually does get into the end zone, hopefully on his next carry.
380. Lucy.
Here's Bortles to throw. And he's got it. And he is into the
Great drive.
end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Kenny Stills, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Prater for the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Perfect. I'm like super itchy. My hair. Gotta get it cut.
On 1st and 10, Locke. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot in their performance.
To throw on second down is Locke. A dump off to Elliott. And gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker, or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Now it's Locke. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing again is Locke. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. As his guys are in for 6. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense. When they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And Charles, if the season ended
Pretty sure
today,
when I go
and
under
it's
center,
not going to,
he's
we
gonna
still
have a heavy
December
front.
left.
More
We're
football.
7
early
or 8
in
in the
November,
box.
but
I
they
think
would be
my
a
best
wild
look
card
is to
team,
spread 'em.
and that's great. They'd be in the
We'll see
playoffs,
how
but
he
you know they're
handles
trying to
this.
bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Actually, wasn't a bad look.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard
Not
line.
a great look.
Green 80. Green 80.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. A tackle that time by Akella Witherspoon. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
Set. Green 80. 372. Set.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And it's complete. Hooper. And now running right through it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Green 80. Green 80. I 39. Lucy. Green is it.
Bortles now on 1st down. Going deep here for Stills. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Great look.
They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
You. Green is it.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Set. Green 80.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
Here we go. Hank. Set.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first
Oh,
down
it was there.
Need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Sunday. Go left. Green is it.
Bortles will try again on second down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
73.
Now Bortles again. He hits White, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Bortles now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Again to Henry, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. Goes underneath for Henry. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
The Bills on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Green 80. Green 80. Like 39, Lucy. 11B, 11B. 372.
From the gun, it's Bortles. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good, and the Bills have taken the lead. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean? Break out the just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
So that's going to be his game plan.
Luck on 1st down. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time He was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Locke. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this.
That's how you know he's not like a, I know he's playing the game Madden rather than playing football because he is, I was in the dime and he came out in the I formation and still threw a toss. That's how you know.
Regular.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
12.
Throwing on 3rd down, Locke. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Bills getting set to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Hold the block for
He's
an
gonna be
extra
met
half
at the line
second.
of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Through that, I had my double up to the guy. He broke off the double. When he broke off the single, I said
the rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Forced out to his left. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Bortles now on 1st down. He completes it right side to White. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, Bortles. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. He's got White here. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Perfect. And I got the wind behind me. So
the Bills on 3rd down.
I don't get this.
A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas.
Get off him.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
My ear is so itchy right now.
And into the red zone now. And Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points, so you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes. Make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Throw the ball here. That's fine. Throw the ball here. Next play. Next play is a run. If I get stopped.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
No sacks.
The Bills on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Bortles. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, should be a fairly... Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Well done.
So we're at halftime here on a Monday night.
Man, well done.
Now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
To throw on second down is Luck. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams.
Not cross.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. First down carry by Elliott. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On second down, here's Locke. Open man is Switzer, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now Luck. Now a hit, and Luck lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
3rd and long, it's Locke. Got a man, it's complete.
Like, you know the ball, you know that play's coming, man. I don't know how I didn't stop it.
Line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Luck. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. In for the score.
I need to count on how many times it's run AC wide receiver stretch and PA
So
dagger.
that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always
Sure, we're over
remember.
6 on
Oh,
both.
without a doubt, that one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half,
Oh,
you're
he never went down.
more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Throwing now is Bortles. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
The Bills on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's Bortles to throw. And he finds Stills complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
29, Lucy. 72. 32.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
He's a backside left
So
tackle, dude. He has nothing.
But all for naught on the penalty.
He has 0 to do with the play.
They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys that just gave up that
He
play.
has nothing to do with that play, man. That's frustrating.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Bortles. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A good pickup after the penalty, 12 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumble. It's loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Welcome back now to Denver. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. The Bills on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Now Bortles maybe with a free play.
Caught it. Let's go.
I think he got that
First
with
down.
one hand. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he'll be
doesn't get tripped up.
losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Man, that one
Oh,
sucks.
partner, that play brought back
That's a tough one.
memories. Watching
If I don't
them
get
string
tripped,
it
man,
out,
I'm taking it out.
letting the runner get
I'm
all the way to
taking
the
it off.
sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Lucy. Green 80. Green is good.
From the gun, it's Bortles. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Bortles now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Green 80. Spread right, 72. Lucy. Move.
Into the red zone, it's Bortles. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
Green 80. Lucy.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Bortles being chased out left. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
Green 80. Green 80. 11. Green is good.
Throwing is Bortles. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Green 80. Green 80.
Now Bortles got to have this one.
Blocked by the lineman.
It's incomplete.
Wow.
The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down.
Oh, man.
And the Broncos will take over on downs.
No surprise. They try to throw the ball on 4th down, but it gets batted down. They don't pick it up.
Man, blocked by the lineman.
When you're going toward that quarterback, you see he's going to start to throw. Get your hands up,
Get your hands up, affect the play, and then everyone get your hands up. When the ball gets to the receiver, moment of truth, knock it away.
Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And they'll bring him down here up at about the
I'm saying, guys, same formation, same play out of the same formation the entire game.
First down completion.
This has been wild. This is probably going to be ace
Facing a second
tight.
and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
And then a crack toss. Which side you coming from?
They'll pitch it out to
Like it's the same thing all game. Like
he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that. I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And not much running room. Down to the 32. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll try the air now with Locke. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Now the Bills will take another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try to run forward without it. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. And the kick by Butker is good.
What the? He blocked that field goal at the end of this first half.
Now at 17-10.
That is really going to save him.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game. Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet. Okay, being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here. And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted.
Doesn't have the arm.
Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Just didn't have the arm.
After the interception, it's Love. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Strong right. 1, 6, 2, 3, hit it. Check 26, check 26.
On 1st and 10, Locke drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Luck now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Carry now for Elliott. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Kind of frustrated, man.
So Luck down to a knee, and that ought to be the final act of this ball game. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win.
I know I'm better than this
one
guy.
Desperately.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
I know I'm better than this guy. Like, it's so frustrating to me that this happened. He ran the same 5 plays the entire game, and it was just like,
I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Denver, the win keeps them barely hanging on to their playoff hopes as they move to 4-7. They will hit the road next week for a date with the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, it's a loss that could hurt them come playoff seeding time as they drop to 8-3. And they'll look to regroup next week.
Holy shit. That's a tough one to swallow just because that was like I'm usually really passive on that kind of shit, but holy crap, dude, it was like I'm in the 2nd quarter. I'm calling the plays coming. Like, that was early. I was like, all right, dagger, here it comes. And he just threw it, and it didn't matter. All right, here goes ace wide receiver stretch. Like, same thing. Oh, ace formation. They're going to run the toss crack. Man, oh man. Well, I'll let the league handle it. I mean, the game is up for them to watch. They'll view it. I'm still 8-3, so I'm still in a good spot in the league. he lost again, so that means even if he wins, he goes to 7-4. I'm in a good spot regardless. I play Lots next week, who I should beat, and the Skins I should beat too. And Jaguars and Pats will be two tough ones, of course, but I'm still in a good spot. I'm still in the driver's seat in terms of standings, in terms of making the playoffs. But that's a frustrating one. I need 3 more wins, and the 3 more wins need to come in the next 3 weeks. So I need to get to 11-3, and I'll be okay. But thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it, and hopefully next week is a little bit more fun on my end. Not so much of a abysmal game, I guess. Well, comes down to a block field goal at the end of the half. That's tough. But anyway, thank you guys. Have a good night.